Welcome back to Wiz Creek Workshop. My name is Yuchel. Today we're going to take a bench grinder that I bought 7 years ago for $100 and we'll make it run better. This is one of your inexpensive bench grinders. This particular one is PowerTech, but I don't think that matters because they just label them for whoever wants to buy them from the factory. I happened to buy this from Woodcraft. It is a woodworking store. And I bought this like 7 years ago when I was heavily into woodworking. This is what you call, it's an 8-inch grinder. It is what you call slow speed bench grinder. It spins at 1725 RPM. Versus more common 3500 RPM that you see on metalworking side of it. Slow speed is preferred by woodworkers because they are really sensitive to heat. Their hand planes, bench chisels, turning tools, and all that. They really don't want to get it too hot. So the woodworkers prefer the slower speed, and like I said, I bought this for that, but since then I got into metalworking and haven't done much woodworking. So it's been just sitting there in my workshop sad, and I thought, I wonder how it would do for sharpening high-speed steel. So I quickly plugged it in and trued up the surface, and I was amazed at how well it did. I mean, it did better than my other normal 3500 RPM bench grinder, and that is with these cheap no-name wheels that came with it. It hogs out those cobalt high-speed steel like crazy, even at that half RPM. So I thought, oh, that's cool. But before I can dedicate to sharpening high-speed steel, it has some issues that I need to sort out. Well, I lost one of the rubber feet, but run out on it is horrendous. I tried to dress the face of the wheels, but there's so much vibration I just couldn't do it. There's a lot of wobble and all that. So I think we're going to take the guards apart and see what we can find and see if there's anything we can do to improve it. Before we start taking this apart, let's quickly look at how much wobble there is. I just put a popsicle stick there. Let's look at the other side of the wheel. This side isn't any better. Well, they look like they made an attempt to flatten one side of the bolt. I don't know what good that does when they got these stamped washer, as my mother-in-law would say. My kids went to stay with their grandparents in Montana for the whole 2 months, or month and a half last year. It was awesome for me because, I just played in the shop the whole time. Anyway, my mother-in-law likes to say wash. I'm going to wash some clothes. That's a dishwasher. So my 8-year-old boy thought that was hilarious because, they're learning grammar and spelling and proper enunciation in school and all that. So He thought that was hilarious. So he said, "Hey, Grandma, are you going to wash? Are you going to wash your dishes and all that?" Anyway, she didn't think that was funny, and he got chewed out. He couldn't understand why she got mad. Oh, that's funny. There's another washer stamped. The spindle arbor, whatever you want to call it, has a step machine to it, and this stamped washer rests on that, and then the wheel gets pushed onto that. So, you know, I mean, there's just no way to control the accuracy of these washers. Plus, they're painted. There's a lot of debris on them, and I can tell one side is making a heavier contact than the other side. Let's see, that one is a left-handed thread. I love it. You know what? I'm gonna take the rest of the guards off. It just occurred to me that I didn't film the current state, the amount of vibration and all that. And unfortunately, I have all the guards taken off. But I'm never the type to let a safety concern stop me from entertaining my viewers. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, I put the wheels back on, and I got a long extension cord, and I'm going to risk the camera by having it in front of the bench grinder, but I'll be on the other side of the room, and I'll plug the extension cord in. We'll see how wobbly it is. Whoa, it's walking away. I turned it off. Awesome, huh? Let's see what the run out looks like. Let's flip the grinder and see what it looks like on the other side. This is the left side when you're facing the grinder properly. About 2.5, 3 thou. Okay, now we're gonna measure to see what the run out is on that little tiny flat face there. That's where the flange rests on. I just want to show you the layout. I'm gonna have to move the camera to show you the dial, but just wanted to see what the setup was. So this is the right side. It bounces around. Alright, let's flip this around. This is the left side. Whoa. So this is left side. I just wanted to quickly show you what's going on. Better put my reading glasses on. So right here is where I marked a big dip as the indicator was spinning. And if you look here, there's a divot, like as if it got hit with an angle grinder or file or something. I think you can see that maybe. I don't know, maybe if I put it in an angle. So right there, all across. Low spot. And right here, kind of bumped around, and I see got dinged right here at the edge. Got hit with something, nothing major. So that was the worst spot. this was the better spot. Right here, the indicator kind of moved, and again, right here got hit. That created a burr there. So I should be able to clean all that up, light stoning, and then we'll make some flanges. We're pretty close to the camera, so I don't know how much of it you'll be able to actually see, but I'll see what I can do. First, real fine file. Let's put some tape on the main part of the shaft. Okay, the other side. Well, I think that's as good as it's gonna be. I think. All right, let's start make some. Let's make some flanges. So I cut off 4 of these discs. I think they're about 3 inches in diameter, but what we need is 2 3/4. Okay, let's relieve the inside, the center. We had to come in 425 thousandths from the edge. I just need to relieve a little bit. We don't need to go in deep. I wanted to bore out the hole after I flip it over because then the lip can rest securely on the face of the jaws. So when we drill, it'll provide that extra support. We got one made. Goes on the right side here. Perfect fit. Now we just need 3 more of these. Let's see here. We want a copy. Now you can't do that with just any printer. That is a special printer. They don't make it anymore. But what I discovered is the diameter of the shaft is different depending on where you measure it. So effectively, I had to make 4 of these flanges with, well, 4, but with 4 different inner diameters. One here, there, and there, and there. Fortunately, the copier has a scale function, so all I have to do is take a measurement of the shaft, punch in the scale up, scale down, and copy, and then just print it in the correct dimensions. How about that, huh? Alright, let's reassemble and see how it works, or if it made any difference. I have the new flanges mounted. Let's turn this on and see if we made any improvement. It's better than what it was. There's still a vibration. Seems to be more pronounced on that side. Let's take it apart again and see what's going on. This grinder is turning out to be just like an onion. You go layer by layer and sometimes you cry.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying and grinding.
So, there's a little bit of vibration without any wheels. Also, the diameter of the shaft, well, the hole opening on the wheels are about 10 thousandths bigger than the shaft. So there's a bit of a wiggle as well. I'm gonna take some 4000 shim stock and I'm gonna wrap it around that. Now I know you're probably wondering, why am I going through all this? It'd be easier to just buy new set of good Norton wheels, and I plan to do that, but I want to make sure the grinder itself is usable before I start buying wheels and putting them on, So that's why I'm going through this exercise. So we'll use these shim stocks to take up the gap, the oversized holes. And after that, next thing will be balancing the wheels. I really should have balanced these first, but I don't have a balancer, so we're gonna have to make one. Let's turn it on with the one wheel. Oh. It's definitely better than what it was. Let's do that with the other side too. Okay, this is 3000 shim. Let's see how it does. Better, much better. It's not trying to walk off like it did at the beginning. Now I have the wheels fitting better on the shafts and that all the play is gone. I'm going to take it outside and true it. Because I'm sure it wasn't trued properly because it wasn't sitting there correctly on the shaft. I say that's usable.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
I took the bench grinder out to the main shop area and trued out both wheels. And with the combination of the shim stock around the oversized bores of the wheels and new machine flanges, the grinder's running pretty smooth. In fact, it's running smooth enough where I can use it on a daily basis to grind up turning tools and whatnot. Now, it's not going to perform like a $2,000 Baldor grinder. There's just no expectation of that. But given the fact that I already had the grinder, and I'm sure most of you already have a grinder, it's a good way to make it run better than what it is today with, with a little bit of time and just tiny bit of materials. So, it's a hobby for me, like most of you guys. So, it just doesn't make sense to go and drop $2,000-$3,000 on a grinder.
No.
No! No!
So, if you're having a bit of an issue with your bench grinder, take a look. Maybe some of the steps that I've taken may help you as well. So, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.